2:30. I may be too sick to go anywhere tonight. I crashed early last night, and I still don't really want to get up and out of bed. Um, I'm gonna try to maybe do a little bit of reading. My body's sore, head hurts. My throat is the bigger problem. It's weird because I've been noticing for the last little while that when I've been noticing a buildup on the back of my tongue for the last little while. And at the moment, I'm hacking up, your green and various colored things, and the film on the back of my throat's gone. So I obviously picked something up on Saturday, but I think it's a reaction. Like I think I'm having an allergic reaction to the pollution in the area, and that my body is kind of freaking out over that. That's my best guess as to what's happening. Um, I may try some antihistamines. I need to do a little bit of research in regards to reactions regarding antihistamines. But I don't know. Like I say, I'm gonna try to get up. I don't know if I'm gonna actually succeed. And if I don't, then I guess I'm not going anywhere. It's a shame. The show I wanted to see tonight actually looks pretty good. But if I can't pull myself out, I can't pull myself out now. Shrug. If you can see that, I almost never ever use any kind of medication of this sort, so that's all I got in the house, and it's expired. Um, I need to get some like Claritin or something, some antihistamines. Like I said, I try to avoid using medication. I don't even like to take aspirin, right? Which is, I drink drink and smoke, but I don't take aspirin. I know it's strange, but I like to force my body to deal with it, right? I'm kind of the view that your body fighting things off will make us stronger. Um, that said, this has been going on for quite a while now, and the premise that every time I go outside I get sick. If it's not allergies, then I've got much. If it's not allergies, I have some serious problems. So I'm gonna hope it's allergies. Take some antihistamines. I mean, worst case scenario is it doesn't work. So I'm off to the store to get some antihistamines, and hopefully that fixes me up well enough to get to the show tonight. If not, I'm at least a little bit more awake with some coffee. I know the antihistamines will make me drowsy. Hopefully I can find something that's not drowsy. We'll find it. So it is nearly 8 o'clock at night. I have taken a shower, and I need to ask the question, should I get ready to go? And I believe the answer is yes. If I shave and apply, I should be there around 9:30-ish. That's the plan. Although the band that I want to see doesn't come on until around close to 11, so that'll be plenty early. How am I feeling? My headache is a sinus headache. It's like whatever that means exactly. Like it's clear as day that it's my sinuses, and if I breathe the wrong way through my nose, then I get a really nasty hit on my sinuses. I've actually never snorted anything, or at least I don't remember ever snorting anything, so I don't know what that's like, but I kind of have to suspect that there's something along those lines. Excuse me. Connected to what I'm feeling, right? If you snort something the wrong way, or you snort too much, or whatever, right? I don't know, I've never done it, so, or at least, like I said, I don't remember ever doing it. If I don't remember doing it, it never happened. No, like I'm not being disingenuous. I really have no memory at all, ever, of ever snorting anything. And I wouldn't, because I don't like nose drugs. I pointed that out before. But I mean, it kind of seems like I would guess that it feels like if I like took a hit of something bad or something, right? Just because it's right in my sinuses, it's right where I'm breathing. And like I say, if I breathe the wrong way through my nose, it just gets smashed. That said, I'm feeling like way better than I was, and I know that I have taken antihistamines before, and I think that what I'm feeling there is kind of a combination of um, my my nose being turned off and there being something in my nose. So it's like there's something in there, but my nose is shutting down for the weekend. So yeah, I could still decide at the very last minute. My body is a little sore. I'm planning on going. The best way I can describe this is like this. I'm planning on going, but I realize I might regret it. I am fully aware of this truth that I very much might regret this, but I'm going anyways because they sound interesting and I want to support interesting bands. They're not even playing last. Somebody else is playing last. You know, it's anyways. Getting up to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so it's 9:30 bus I'm coming to catch, and ooh. Is there a 9:30 bus? There might not be a 9:30 bus, there might be a 10 o'clock bus. Either way, it's not far from the tunnel, so I'm on my way out. We'll see. Okay, I checked, it's 9:30 and then 10:30, so I'm gonna make sure I catch that 9:30 bus. I think I will. I just want to get a shot here and make sure. I think we got plenty of shots over the last couple of days. And I'm wearing the same thing I wore yesterday, so how do we even know? How do we know it's not yesterday? Okay, I'm nearly there, and I should catch all or most of the second set. Just to reaffirm the declaration of no smoking tonight. Maybe one on the way out. Circumstances depending, and there'll be a specific reason for it. Otherwise, no smoking tonight. Period. Zero. Zilch. Nada. None. So I actually walked in during the first band. It's a little after 11 and the second band is about to start. So I didn't schedule this well. I'm going to assume that perhaps the last band got pushed off. I don't know. I may have to leave before I'm able to see what I wanted to see. Which is particularly annoying because the band that's playing right now is not very good. So it is my fault for not planning this, but hopefully it's a short set because it's not they're not very good. And it was indeed a short set. What we're hoping at this point is that the setup for this band is not forever. If that's the case, I think I can probably hit most of the set. That would be good. We'll see. Regarding staying, I probably could. I don't really feel like I want to. I didn't plan to. I should have planned to. That was very foolish of me. But I didn't, and If the set's really good and there's 10 minutes left, I might stay. Find out. Well, it worked out, I guess, about as well as the reality could have been. The band was done pretty much exactly when I needed to go, so I did catch the whole set. It kind of wasn't well, it wasn't that much of a surprise because there were aspects of the records that were kind of more traditional rock, like grungy doom pop. I didn't really know what I was. Well, I mean, the discography is diverse. I guess you could say that. And I guess that answers the question as to what the newest record sounds like, or maybe it doesn't even. Maybe they just picked stuff that. See, sometimes bands like this that are kind of diverse in what they do, pare down their live set to be the most. To be the material that they consider to be most marketable, which makes sense, right? I guess the problem is that they're still doing half-hour sets, right? Because if they were doing a longer set, they could do like a half hour of the poppier stuff, and then maybe a half hour of the more abstract stuff. At the same time, they didn't bring a keyboard player with them. Like it's obvious that. They intended it to be what it was, right? But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I think that with where my health is right now, it might have been a better idea to stay home. I did get some footage. Mexican Knives actually were not as bad as they were the first time I saw them, or if the last time I saw them. I've seen them a couple of times, and they're just. They seem to be pulling the song structures out a little bit. It's just, what I remembered from them was that they were just very generic. In the sense that, it seemed to be that their entire purpose was to emulate things that already existed, right? And you bump into bands like that fairly frequently, and they're just not. What was maybe a little bit different about them was that they were emulating a whole bunch of different things, right? So they seem to maybe have pared it down a little bit, had more of a kind of like a gothy noise rock. But I mean, it needs a lot of work. At least there's a little bit of focus. That's more than I can say that existed previously. Anyways, all in all, I'd say broadly disappointing. That said, I'm walking quickly because I am a little bit concerned about the bus. I should know better than to take the event listings at the UFO Factory series. That's the issue, right? It's that if everything had played out the way it was supposed to be, I'd be home already, kind of thing, right? But that's the reality of shows at that venue, is that they always do that, and I should have known that because I've been through it how many times, right? It's just what I thought was that it would work out because the band was not the last band, but the second last band, and presuming I do catch the bus, that is actually going to be the case, but I kind of found myself in a little bit of a panic there that I don't want to. I just need to, if I'm going to the UFO Factory, I need to bring my pills and a couple extra dollars. I even did bring a couple of extra dollars. I could have been okay for the night. Like, it would have been tight, but I didn't bring my pills, and that was foolish. I should have done that. Then again, it does seem like it's going to work out, so I'm almost there. I had a better workout. Otherwise, I'm walking right back the other way. Yeah, okay.
I'm here considerably earlier than I thought, or perhaps I'm not. I did see a bus drive around, and I think that was the bus I'm waiting for. Um, he claims it was 1:45. If I left the bar at 25:02, which is when I left it, I would think it's probably 1 o'clock or a few minutes after. I don't have another um, source to verify, but it would suggest that the clock of the bar is 20 minutes fast, and I actually even have a vague recollection of that being the case. So, um, that means that the set times were a little bit closer to what I was actually. Yeah, the show was not as late as I thought. Okay. Um, sets were still short though. Okay. Well, that means that I guess the first band then, if that's the case, then the first band didn't end around 11. The first band ended more like 20 to 10. Sorry, 20 to 11, which means that it probably started when I just. Yeah. That actually even makes more sense. I was thinking maybe the first band played a long set, and actually there's the bus right there. Okay. So it must be closer to what the earlier time than I thought. Okay. Meaning that I guess what that means is that my plan was a little bit less haphazard than I thought. I should have brought my clock. I didn't. I should have brought a lot of things. Maybe my decision making is being botched by my head injury. I don't know. Hey, it's a possibility, right? Anyways, I got lots of time before the bus comes. How did I do with cigarettes? I did not have any cigarettes except the one on the way out of the bar for the reason that I mentioned previously, and I consider that a win. I succeeded tonight, so that's I know I made a big deal about none, but I mean it's a safety issue. I have to have one before I come back in. So um, I consider that a win. I succeeded tonight. Next step, I think I'm kind of iffy on there's a show up at Trinosauce in a couple of days. I'm kind of iffy on it. I'll find out. And there's another. If I'm feeling like this, I'm not going to an all-night dance party. That's later in February. I'm hoping that the weather holds off, because right now, if I look at the forecast, it's like the night I want to go out is the night after a week of beautiful weather. So hopefully we can push that beautiful weather a couple more days um, to get that IDM night worth attending. I think I'm just gonna sit and wait. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually head in because it's a little bit windy. I'm home, but it was supposed to warm up overnight. I guess we got a delay on that, so I'm making a coffee. So it was about 2 o'clock and I am home. I got stuck at the grocery store because we were standing out there with a pit bull. Yeah, they're just standing out there. Like it's like the most ominous thing you can do is stand outside the front door of a convenience store with a fucking pit bull. You know, like I had no control over this dog. The dog was dragging him around in front of the store. They were eating in front of it. I wasn't going out there. There's no way I was going out there. You know, you could call it a phobia if you really want. Do I have a fear of dogs? I do have a fear of large dogs. Do I think that that fear is irrational? No. I think that it's absolutely perfectly reasonable to have a significant fear of large dogs. And if you don't have a fear of large dogs, of strange large dogs, then I think you're the one that has a mental illness. You're the one that needs to talk to a psychiatrist. I think my fear of strange large dogs is intelligent. It's a reflection of not even exceptional intelligence, but basic intelligence. And the premise that there are people that don't have a fear of strange large dogs just demonstrates how unintelligent a lot of people really are. So let's not. I mean, they'll throw statistics at you, right? But I mean, the statistic doesn't mean anything when your face is getting eaten off, right? I mean, you can be a statistic if you'd like. Anyways, I'm kind of like woozy. I don't know. My head's actually getting better. My throat is still not so good, but my head actually feels better.
we'll see if I'm up tonight or if I'm in bed. I don't know how this is gonna work. I think that I'm definitely gonna sleep a lot when I do finally go to sleep, though. Um, I have to do editing now. I didn't get it done yesterday because I was kind of like, but today I have to do it. So that's what I'm doing.